finally got one. It only cost me an arm and a leg, a kidney, and a shed load of EC. Was it worth it? We'll see right after this.
Jokes you desire, I could summon the court jester.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
My God, Picard, the place is a bloody death trap. Lightning bolts falling from the ceiling.
Please, Spock, do me a favor. And don't say it's fascinating. No. But it is interesting.
Data? That was not funny. Hold the jester!
And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. And today we'll be looking at the World Razer Temporal Ops Juggernaut T6-X, which I got my hands on a few weeks ago. Yeah, this was not cheap, I can assure you. I had to work extremely hard to gather the EC to purchase this, and yes, I took advantage of the upgrade weekend and sold a shed load of upgrades, as well as specialization tokens and one thing and another. Yes, the kitchen sink, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Needless to say, it will be some time before I'll be able to make a big spend like this again, until I regenerate my EC reserves. Anyhow, what we'll do is when we go back onto a space dock, we'll have a look on the exchange to see how much these ships are actually going for now, because it wasn't cheap when I bought this one, I can assure you. Anyhow, let's have a look at this ship, shall we? As you can see, she's got some of the Galaxy class traits on her, as well as this sort of arrangement here on the saucer, which, yes, typically looks aggressive, doesn't it? Yes, the mirror universe does like to look very intimidating, and this ship does actually do just that. I'm not quite sure on the term Juggernaut though. Yes. Jury's still out on the term Juggernaut, but you know, it has served me well over the last week or so. I found it a bit squishy, to be perfectly honest with you, in some areas, but anyway, that might be just down to my build for now. But yes, compared to my Valois Juggernaut, yes, I don't think this is in the same league. But anyway, the jury's still out, and yeah, I'll get back to you later on with this. So let's just have a look at the stats when you pick this ship up, shall we? When you pick up your World Razer Temporal Ops Juggernaut, you'll notice at level 65 she'll have a hull of 65,250. She has a hull modifier of 1.45 and a shield modifier of 1.15. Her turn rate is 7 and her impulse is 0.16 with an inertia rating of 35. She has a bonus power of plus 10 to weapons power and plus 5 to shield power and plus 5 to engine power. Her seating includes a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Stroke Command Station, a Commander Tactical Stroke Temporal Ops Station, a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, a Lieutenant Universal Station, and an Ensign Science Station. She has 5 weapons to the front and 3 to the rear, and you can equip dual cannons. She has 3 device slots, and her consoles consist of 5 tactical, 3 engineering, and 3 science. Her abilities include Light of Civilization, Molecular Reconstruction, and World Razer Juggernaut Array. And for those of you who collect Admiralty stats, well, this ship will give you 30 engineering, 66 tactical, and 30 science. So we've seen the statistics on this ship. So let's have a look at my build, shall we? So here we are. We have 5 weapons to the front and 3 to the rear. Now I've also put on, just for fun, the console universal source of separation, and yeah, that works exactly like it does with the other Galaxy class ships, and I quite like it. Also, I'm using the universal immolating phaser lance, and that is becoming one of my go-to weapons for all of my builds. Yes, I'm also using the spinal mount plasma torpedo because I really like this as well. I think this is a really cool piece of kit. So I'm not going to go too much into this build because obviously I'm trying to reduce the time of these videos, but if you do need any information as to what I've got on here, just drop me a line below and I'll answer any questions that you've got. So moving on to the masteries, at tier 1 we have devastating weaponry, and this gives us a plus 2.5 critical chance. At tier 2 we have enhanced weapon banks, which gives us a plus 15% critical severity. At tier 3 we have rapid repairs, which increased hull regeneration, regenerates 1622.2 hull, or 1.25% of your current max every 3 seconds in space. Twice this amount is regenerated out of combat. That was a right mouthful, wasn't it? Right, moving on. Tier 4 we have enhanced weapon systems even, and this gives increased energy and kinetic damage by 10%. And finally we have tier 5, we have the trait cultural conquest. So weapon firing modes improve damage and remove hostile effects. So this weapon firing mode applies plus 25% increased damage for 15 seconds, and dealing weapon damage to foes that have debuffed damage over timed or controlled you improves the bonus to plus 50% and removes one such effect from you. I might give that a go at some point and have a look at it. Yeah. Anyway, just what we'll do now is we'll just move on to the stats. So I've got the hull up here to 129,720. I'll start again. 129,775. The 4 rear right left shields, 22,468. Yeah, the resists are extremely squishy, aren't they? 22.2. Yes. Now I have thought that this ship was rather squishy when it comes to getting hit. It has a bit of a glass jaw to it, so I might have to work on that somehow. The accuracy rating, I've got it to 104, and the critical chance is 43.8%. I have the critical severity, however, up to 239.1%. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the ship's tailor and we'll do a little bit of kit bashing and yeah, see what we can do with this ship, shall we? So here we are in the ship's tailor, and you can clearly see this ship's roots are firmly based in the Galaxy class design, and indeed we have a wide array of templates. So the Andromeda, that's cool, isn't it? The Andromeda, the Cygnus mirror, that looks cool as well. The Galaxy class, which we all know and love. To be honest with you, I might be flying around with this skin very shortly, because I do have an affinity with this ship. I do like it. Anyway, moving on. Andromeda mirror. What else do we have? The Cygnus. World Razer we know. The Monarch. Oh no. That looks horrendous, doesn't it? Well, I think so. Yeah, it looks absolutely horrendous. The Venture. That looks okay. I like that. That's very cool. Ross. Yeah, I quite like that as well. That's cool. Galaxy Mirror. Yes, I have the legendary version of this, and yeah, I quite like it actually. Very cool looking ship. I'm not keen on the livery there, but never mind. Can't do everything, can you? So let's just have a look. Let's randomize this and see what happens, shall we? Let's go back to the. I'm not sure whether this has a bearing on it or not. So let's randomize some things and see what happens. That looks cool, isn't it? Yeah. That looks weirdly cool as well, to be honest with you. Definitely all similar variations on a theme, aren't they? That looks quite cool as well, actually. I quite like that. Yeah, that looks cool. We'll do a couple more, and then we'll consider going to the bridge. Right, one more that we've got here. Yeah, that looks okay as well, doesn't it? Yeah, I think these Galaxy class ships kit bash very well, don't they? Really like them. Yeah, let's go back to the. Where is it? There it is. Let's go back to the Razer. Right. So the interior. Now I've actually purchased the Galaxy class interior, and although this is a mirror warship, and it will be considerably a little bit darker in here, and I just thought this bridge would look a lot better for this ship. It came with I think it was the Origin bridge. Yeah, I wasn't keen on that. So as I had the Galaxy class bridge, I've gone with that. Yeah, quite like that. Brings back fond memories of the old TNG days, doesn't it? Right. Let's go to the bridge and see how the crew are doing, shall we? So here we are on the bridge, and as you can see, it's very reminiscent of the TNG bridge, if not exactly the same. Yeah, really cool. Could do with Worf standing behind me. I feel a lot safer with Worf up there. But yes, anyhow, hello there, number one. How's things going? I noticed Mr. P isn't on duty today. He's what? He's taken a leave of absence. Oh, what's going on there then? Is he in trouble? Oh no, what's he done now? He's upset a few people selling cats. Selling cats? Do you mean selling cats? Selling cats? There's nothing wrong with that. Watcher cats. Watcher cats. Can you just fill me in on that? He sells the cats, the watchers turn back into people and do a runner, and the people don't get the money back. Right, I understand. Right, just bear with me. Hello there, watcher person. Have you got 2 minutes? Hello, are you there? All right, yes, thank you. Now then, I notice some of you watcher people have been in having business dealings with Mr. Potato Head. Is that correct? You have. Oh, right. Well, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed that you've been taking part in this dishonest activity of having yourself sold as a cat, only to return to the ship as a watcher person. Mr. Potato Head gives you a decent commission for this. Well, that's besides the point. It's dishonest. It's how much of a commission? How much? Wow. Now, and yeah, just if somebody hypothetically was selling a cat, you know, how much would Mr. P be selling them for then? How much latinum? Goodness me. What do you mean, would I like a share? That's absolutely outrageous. How dare you propose? How much are we talking? 65%? Well, you know, let's not be too hasty. I mean, if yes, if Mr. P is, you know, if he's, well, I'll tell you what, you carry on, and yes, we'll discuss the finer points of this later. Yes, and yes, I've got quite a lot to think about, but thank you very much. Carry on. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, carry on. Oh, right, let's. Hello there, number one. Yes, I've just had a word, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I have warned, you know, and I've said, you know, don't do it again as you won't. What do you mean you want to shoot her for it? Well, I don't think we should go that far. You don't like watchers. Well, I know you don't like watchers because, you know, you superior Romulan operatives feel a little bit threatened by these new watchers, don't you? You know, you don't trust anybody who turns into a cat. Well, you know, maybe you should practice trying to turn into a cat yourself. But, well, no, seriousness aside, no, I'm going to have a very stern word with her about it, yes, and try to discourage her from the practice of having her sold as a cat and then returning back as a it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Anyway, I'll have to have a word with Mr. Potato Head. Can you get him as soon as you can, please, in time to report to me? Is that all right, number one? Number one. I know you're upset with me about them. Right, okay. Thank you very much, number one. Thank you. I'm just going in my ready room now. Carry on. Oh, dear me. Number one's upset with me. So, here we are. This is the ready room, and for most of you who've seen me review this ready room before, I'll be very quick. There we go. Captain's place where he goes for a lie down. And this is the access to the duty officer, library files, and the bank. Yeah, yes, Captain Picard's fish, which is frozen in time. Yes, I think he's been caught in one of those time anomalies, you know, which we saw on the TNG a while ago. Yes, a long time ago actually, but anyway, carry on. Right, one other thing I'd just like to show you, it's just round here. Yes, carry on everyone, carry on. Oh yes, very smart, very smart. The conference room. Now, if like me, you have a few friends and they're playing at the same time as you, and indeed if you're in a fleet, try and invite them onto your ship, and you can have your little fleet meetings on board in your conference room and utilise them here. It's a good idea, isn't it? Meet up on one of your ships and have a bit of a conference. You can then nip down the 10 forward, have a bit of a laugh. Yes. Yeah, just for those who haven't thought of the idea, you know. We used to do it quite a lot in an old fleet I used to be in, and yeah, it was quite a lot of fun. But right, well, we'll leave it at that. Right, moving on. So, you've seen on the outside, we've had a quick look on the inside, and now we're going to go back outside and take her into harm's way. So here we are, Beta Theodore. Let's take her in and see how she performs, shall we? Well, I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration of what this ship can do. She's very effective with cannon scatter volley and with beam overload. And yeah, I've even taken her on the Japori challenge. And yeah, I'll show you the results of that right now. And there she is. She now lies 5th at 2 minutes 8 seconds. I actually took the best of 3 runs. I did phaser beam overload, I did cannon scatter volley and disruptor beam overload, and she actually did better with the phaser beam overload on 2 minutes 8 seconds. So yeah, she's up there in the top 5. And don't forget, if you can do better on the Japori challenge, just let me know below and what ship you've used, and yeah, a little bit of detail about your build, and that will really be useful, and I'll try and share that with everybody. But yeah, for now, there you go. The World Razer Temporal Ops Juggernaut lies 5th on that list, so she's in the top 5. So excellent. Right, moving on. So as you can see, you can pick this up on the exchange. I wouldn't recommend playing the lot boxes for this ship. Yeah, it's a fool's errand trying to pick this ship up on a lockbox. I would definitely try and save up the EC like I did, and try and buy it off the exchange, albeit yes, for a very high amount. It's very hard saving up the EC for this ship. I know. Yes, took me quite a long time. Right, so for now, don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please can you subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button for me, and give us a like as well. That always makes our day. And speaking of days, well, it's actually night here now in the UK. 10 o'clock in the evening. And yeah, with that, I'll bid you good night. So until next time, this is JeSter signing off. What's that, number 1? Admiral Quinn's lost his cat? Please tell me Mr. Potato Head didn't sell him one. He did? Oh.
I understand you're having difficulty with the warp drive. How much time do you require for repair?
There's nothing wrong with the bloody thing. You know this ship like the back of my hand. Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard. How quaint. How long would it really take? An hour. Oh, you didn't tell him how long it would really take, did you?
Well, Scotty, now you've done it.
Aye, the haggis is in the fire for sure.
Computer, shut this bloody thing off.